Hey, shalom, shalom. Anak nawaha ay bar yasha Allah walakim la atham call shabwai baracha wa kakshoya bashmal shah. Hey, we the Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out through the Spirit and power of Bashmal Shah to preach to you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, and Israelite foreigners. Repent ye for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Kahalayim la Yahweh Bashmal Shah Basham Rachak Wadash. Wamashana Kabadim Zakoyim Nawa Malakim Shoya Shalha Zakoyim Rachak at the wall. Wachasa, Wachalamam, Wabarakim, Habachaya Shah, Hakawayash, Shalom. So all praise to the Most High Yahweh, which means He exists. By Hashem in the name Yahweh Shai delivers. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Israel, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and mercy, peace, and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom, which means peace. All right. And I'm just going into so-called Columbus Day, which his name is actually Cristobal Colon. It says Columbus Day is a national holiday in many countries of the Americas and elsewhere, and a federal holiday in the United States, which officially celebrates the anniversary of Christopher Columbus's arrival in the Americas on October 12th, 1492. All right, and this is around about the time where the Moorish kingdom started to go down, and they were expelled out of Spain and Portugal and all the various different other areas where they were expelled from. But this is where Jake was slowly starting to decline out of power, and around about the time where Esau was climbing his way up. But here they got the dates right here listed for the date of deception, you see, because this land was not discovered by Columbus. It says Christopher Columbus was of Genovese born explorer who became a subject of the Hispanic monarchy to lead a Spanish enterprise to cross the Atlantic Ocean in search of an alternative route to the Far East, only to land in the New World, because the Old World consisted of the Eastern Hemisphere, so to speak, or the eastern side of the world. It says Columbus's first voyage to the New World on the Spanish ships Santa Maria, Nina, and La Pinta took about 3 months. Columbus and his crew's arrival in the New World initiated the colonization of the Americas by Spain, followed in the ensuing centuries by other European powers, as well as the transfer of plants, animals, culture, human populations, and technology between the new and the old worlds. All right. So that was where colonization was started to be prevalent when they was taking Jake into captivity. It says other European powers, when the Spanish, the French, the so-called Germans, and what have you, they're all Edomites. They descend from the nation of Idumea. You see, it says an event referred to by some late 20th century historians as the Columbian Exchange. It says the land is celebrated as Columbus Day in the United States, but the name varies internationally. The Dominican Republic celebrates this day as the discovery of the Americas. In some late American countries, October 12th is known as Dia de la Raza, or Day of the Race. This is the case for Mexico, which inspired Jose Vasconcelos' book celebrating the day of Ibero-American race. Some countries, such as Spain, refer to the holiday as Dia de la Hispanidad and Fiesta Nacional de España. It says where it coincides with the religious festivity of La Virgen de Pilar. Since 2009, Peru has celebrated Dia de los Pueblos Originarios y el Diálogo Intercultural, So Indigenous Peoples and Intercultural Dialogue Day. Belize and Uruguay celebrated as Pan American Day, Dia de las Americanas, Americas, Salat, Day of the Americas. All right, and that's his name right there, Cristoforo Colombo. All right, Cristobal Colon. But this is a day of it's a mockery to Jake. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, so-called Native Americans, so-called West Indians and Haitians, because this land was not discovered by a it wasn't discovered by a so-called white man. It was discovered. First of all, this land was given to the tribes. You see, Gad was over here. Gad and 9 other tribes. You see, while Levi, Benjamin, and Judah was back in the Holy Land in that area. You see, 10 tribes was already over here, which it goes into that in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, which we're gonna get, Lord's will. But this is mockery to Jake, because you Idumeans didn't found this land. All right. But we can get some precepts. I'm gonna start with Obadiah. Obadiah and go all the way down. This is Ibadiah 1 and verse 15. It says, "For the day of the Lord is near upon all heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been." All right, so Esau is going to pay for all his deception, his mockery, and his slandering of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, and Israelite foreigners, you see, for the oppression that he's done to our nation. All right. And this day celebrates nothing but mockery, oppression, and slandering. You see, but let's go ahead and go to this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 13. Second Ezra 13, and we're gonna start at verse 39. It says, "And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him, those are the 10 tribes which are carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanaser the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters. And so they came into another land, that other land being what the scriptures refers to as Ashereth." It says, "But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt." You see, in the eastern world, the old world was in the eastern part, so mankind never dwelt in the west at that time. It says that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land, and they enter into the Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. For the Most High then shewed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Ashereth. All right, and it's referring to the Americas. So Israelites was over here before Christopher Columbus came over here, and he actually, when he came over here, he had a someone that spoke Hebrew, because he knew that Israelites was over here. So he could find this land. All right. But yeah, Christopher Columbus never found anything. What Esau likes to do is he likes to anything he can benefit off of. He always slaps his face on everything to push forth his agenda of Edomite supremacy and to push confusion. You see, this land was given to the 10 tribes. All right, so that whole Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day, that's a mockery. You see, the true peoples that was here, is the Israelites. You see, Barbara Zada was at a fine call like Mla Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Kakadash. Hey, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. Much respect to you, brothers out there, person this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom.